Are we in here? Are we on here? Good morning, my good people. Listen, y'all keep praying for me, okay? Because I am trying really hard to stay consistent and putting these videos out. But it is hard. And I say hard. Let me not say that. Wrong word. Wrong choice of words. But it's challenging to try and consistently put these things out for some of us. Some people, I'm just waiting for the, for the something to turn over so I can get in a groove. But at any rate, good morning. Our morning song. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. I am back, y'all, with another video, Proverbs chapter 17. I'm telling you, we're going to get through this. We're going to get through Proverbs, okay? And it is a very, very good book. At different times or other, I'll read from different versions, sometimes from the Message, sometimes from the New Living, sometimes from the NIV, sometimes from the King James, but usually from the New Living, because it's just a little bit easier to digest and understand. But I come to do these things to make sure that I am bringing a practical understanding and perspective of the Word of God, because it is my desire, and I know it's God's desire, that nobody be in bondage and that people know the truth. There's so many misconceptions about Him and His way of doing things. So I just want to do my part to make sure that the misconceptions are cleared up. I want God to be accurately and well represented, and in doing so, I'm hoping that helps people to make a more informed decision about whether to serve Him, whether to not serve Him, or whatever. But at least I want the information to be presented, and I want it to be presented right. So I'm hoping that this helps. Y'all, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. If you are in need of prayer, please reach out to us, comment here on this video. I'll also be leaving our information at the end of the video, so if you want to email us or contact us via Facebook or Instagram, you can do so for prayer requests if you got questions, or even to give a testimony. Giving us testimonies helps us to go harder for Christ. Also wanted to bring up, we have, and I guess I should put this in the video somewhere, but we have started a line of t-shirts, basically to inspire and to educate. They just have, scriptures on them to kind of give reference to where people can find different things in the Word. So if you're interested in that, I will leave that website down in the description box below, and I'll try to put it somewhere up here. But if you're interested in spreading the word about God and educating, check us out, see what we have to offer. But nevertheless, let's get into the video. Our discussion today comes from Proverbs chapter 17, and let's get this breakdown going. Again, I'll be coming from the New Living. So here we go. It says, better a dry crust eaten in peace than a house feasting in conflict. Okay, so it's just so much better to you may not be eating that great. You eating a crust of bread or a slice of bread, or a baguette, whatever it is. It's better to eat that in peace than to eat have a great feast in a house where there's conflict. Sometimes, I don't know about you all, but I know there have been times when there has been conflict afoot in environments that I've been in. And sometimes it's just even hard for me to even swallow or chew my food. It's like, oh, it's so distressing because you can't, your mind is all over the place, so you can't really focus on enjoying your meal. But so that that's a true statement. It says in verse 2, a wise servant will rule over the master's disgraceful son and will share the inheritance of the master's children. Listen, servants, people who serve, who give in service, continue to do your work in honesty and in integrity. Continue to do things in a pleasing manner to the Lord. You will be, rewarded. The person that you are servicing or helping or whatever the case may be, they may not be appreciative. But I can guarantee you someone is grateful for the work that you're doing and those people's are in that person's life. Okay, you will be rewarded. It says, fire tests the purity of silver and gold, but the Lord tests the heart. So he looks at your heart. A lot of people say, God knows my heart. You're right. He does. He knows your heart. He knows exactly what your motivation is, your reasoning for why you do things the way you do them, why you handle situations the way you handle them. So remember that when you start saying, God knows my heart, remember that he does. Okay. It says, wrongdoers eagerly listen to gossip. Liars pay close attention to slander. Y'all know them people. They got itching ears. They just love mess because they messy. Y'all know how that is, okay? It says, those who mock the poor insult their maker. Those who rejoice at the misfortune of others will be punished. Be careful about your actions and your behavior towards people. Be careful about how you treat people. You don't get away unscathed. I know a lot of times people think they do, but no such thing. And this is for you grandparents. I love this part. It says, grandchildren are the crowning glory of the aged. Parents are the pride of their children. And that's true because I have children and now grandchildren. And let me tell you, those babies and their little selves and to hear the things that they say and come up with is just it's amazing. It's beautiful. It's wonderful to watch because they are investigating, learning their environment, getting to know their surroundings and exerting their little independence. And it's just the cutest thing sometimes. It says, eloquent words are not fitting for a fool. Even less are lies fitting for a ruler. Just some things it's just not prudent. It's not, you just shouldn't even do, Some things are not fit for certain circumstances, for certain people. You know what I'm saying? Certain situations. Just don't do it. It's not a good look, okay? It says, a bribe is like a lucky charm. Whoever gives one will prosper. Now, that's not necessarily a good thing. A lot of times it's talking about those who are operating not in integrity in situations that they have control and rule over. Instead of exercising the good, they take a bribe. And the person who's bribing them usually prospers. But please know that if it's done unjustly, it will be undone. It's just a matter of time. Okay? It says, love prospers when a fault is forgiven. So forgiveness is a blessing. Love does prosper. Tensions are de-escalated. Anger is abated when love is prospering. It says, but dwelling on it separates close friends. So when a fault is forgiven, don't dwell. If you value the relationship, if you value the friendship, if you feel it's not toxic, don't dwell on it because it only brings resentment and bitterness and it brings separation, okay? It says a single rebuke does more for a person of understanding. Now, rebuke means chastisement or correction, okay? It does more for a person of understanding than 100 lashes on the back of a fool. Basically, people who make their head hard, who don't listen, who they gonna do they own thing and do it their own way, It is futile to rebuke them, okay? It says, evil people are eager for rebellion, but they will be severely punished. Goes back to that scripture where it says, a bribe is like a lucky charm. Whoever gives one will prosper. Okay, you rebelling, you thinking you getting away, but guess what? You will be punished. Your work will be undone, okay? Think about what you're doing. What's your motivation? It is safer to meet a bear robbed of her cubs than to confront a fool caught in foolishness. And that's true. You know what? My grandmama used to say, and I live by this, and our Proverbs talks about it too. Just sometimes you just got to leave a fool where you find them. Let them. They over there to the left, let them stay to the left. Don't even engage them. Don't indulge it, because it only drives your stress level up and makes you unhappy. So just don't even go there. It says, if you repay good with evil, evil will never leave your house. That's a promise. That's a promise. Lady Wisdom is trying to tell us, look, don't do good in return with good. Okay, don't repay with evil. You don't want evil in your house. You don't want to be looking around and going, well, why does this keep happening to me? Think about what you're doing. Starting a quarrel is like opening a floodgate. So stop before a dispute breaks out. You know, sometimes it's just not even worth it. Let them have it. It's not even worth the argument sometimes. It's not even worth going there. It's not worth raising your blood pressure, getting your stomach in knots, and stressing out. Just let them have it. Stop the dispute before it breaks out. Don't even let it get that far. It says, acquitting the guilty and condemning the innocent, both are detestable to the Lord. So now we have seen that. This is what we are facing now in our society. So many have been acquitted for the egregious things that they have done. And, you know, you hear people hollering and ranting. You need to get over it. Listen, it says that God detests that. So if you know somebody is guilty, they just need to be, a spade is a spade. They're guilty. They just call it what it is. If a person is innocent, don't condemn them, okay? Don't vex the Lord, all right? It says, it is senseless to pay to educate a fool, since he has no heart for learning. Again, Proverbs talks a lot about the fool, okay? And what you should not do concerning a fool. Sometimes you love people and you want the best for them. You want things to go well for them. But the question is, do they want things to go well for them? And sometimes it's just not worth wasting. Not that you don't love them, but until they grow or mature to a point, sometimes it's not worth wasting the time or the energy to try and educate, because they're not willing to learn or listen right now, okay? It says, a friend is always loyal, but a brother is born to help in time of need. So you do have some friends who are loyal. You really do. But a brother, close, okay, is born in a time of need. Help your brother, help your sister, help your neighbor. Watch out for people. Stay committed, stay loyal, stay dedicated. This is how we keep the love in people's hearts from growing cold. You know, by putting our money where our mouth is, being what we say we are, doing what we say we're gonna do, okay? It says, it's poor judgment to guarantee another person's debt or put up security for a friend. Listen, I can't co-sign. Can't do that, because I pay my bills, but you might not pay your bills. And here again, it don't have nothing to do. I love you. I love you. But if this is a shortcoming that you have, I don't want to be in trouble. I don't want to lose my house or the shirt off my back for trying to secure you. You know, you need to listen, work it out, save up some money. Don't be taking out these loans. Be the lender and not the borrower, okay? God's telling us not to. Don't secure other people's debt, okay? Lady Wisdom, listen. Anyone who loves to quarrel loves sin, and anyone who trusts in high walls invites disaster. Now listen, I love this because we in recent years have been talking about this wall that we are building. When you believe and trust in God, you know God, you know, I don't care how many walls you build. If God intends for your enemies to overtake you because you're not operating in integrity and you're not doing like he asks you to do, no wall can save you. And this is a true testament to that. It says, high walls, trusting in them invites disaster. So listen, I ain't been down there. I don't know if they building it or not, but this is something to think about, okay? It says, the crooked heart will not prosper. The lying tongue tumbles into trouble. Listen, Keep your mind stayed on Jesus. Keep your heart and your mind stayed on Jesus. Remember that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So anything that you're saying and you're doing, make sure that it can be backed up with facts. Make sure it can be backed up with instant action, not just something that you talking about or you telling people, or you daydream, whatever the case may be. Listen, let's just operate in honesty and integrity. It says, it is painful to be the parent of a fool. There is no joy for the father of a rebel. Come on, kids. Learn to honor and respect. A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a broken spirit saps a person's strength. And that's true. When you say it, all of a sudden now you feel tired. Why do I feel like this? Great prelude into depression, okay? When your heart is cheerful. When it's not cheerful, when your spirit is broken, you have the I can't help it, okay? All right, it says the wicked take secret bribes to pervert the course of justice. Talked about that earlier scriptures. Taking a bribe helps people prosper, certain people anyway. But here is saying that the wicked take secret bribes, okay? And then they pervert the course of justice. We have seen that. We see that all the time. I'm sure many of us, or some of us, have experienced that. So when you're getting ready to make a decision, or especially for somebody else's life, for their well-being, remember this. Remember that you end up perverting justice. Now people losing faith in justice because you got people who are in places and positions of power and they don't do the right thing. It says, sensible people keep their eyes glued on wisdom, but a fool's eyes wander to the ends of the earth. Okay, you looking over here and over there instead of staying focused. You distracted, you all over the place, and then people trying to tell you, look, stay focused, pay attention. Don't look to the left or to the right. There's nothing over there can help you, but you're not listening. You everywhere, okay? We got to be mindful of that. Foolish children bring grief to their father and bitterness to the one who gave them birth. Let me tell you something. As a parent, it can be rewarding, but sometimes it can be grievous because when you tell them something and they don't listen, okay? And so, as well as I do, if you're a parent, your children can grieve you, okay? But it's important to keep talking to them, to keep instilling wisdom in them, to keep trying to push them to listen, to pay attention, to focus. Okay, kids, and if you listening to this, listen, don't grieve your father. Don't bring bitterness to your mother, okay? Be respectful, be mannerable, listen, pay attention. It is wrong to punish the godly for being good or to flog leaders for being honest. Stop punishing people that's blowing the whistle. They blowing the whistle because they trying to help not only themselves but other people. Stop punishing people for telling the truth just because you want to line your pockets. Don't be that person, okay? Don't be that person. It says a truly wise person uses few words. A person with understanding is even-tempered. A lot of times when people don't understand stuff, they get angry, they get despondent, they get frustrated. Sometimes they even become violent. But if you have understanding, you're even-tempered, okay? Few words. Sometimes that's just what needs to be said. Hashtag be quiet sometimes. Y'all look that up on Instagram. Hashtag just be quiet sometimes. Sometimes you don't even need to say nothing. Just be quiet. When you talk too much, you get in trouble. Okay? It says, even fools are thought wise when they listen. Fools are thought wise when they keep silent. With their mouths shut, they seem intelligent. And I've heard this saying over and over again about how people don't necessarily know how dumb you are till you open your mouth. Is that true? I do agree sometimes, and y'all know these people, they just talk too much and they know everything. I don't care what subject it is. If you mention it, they know about it. They know all about it now. Listen, but sometimes hashtag be quiet sometimes. Just shh, shh, shh. Just be quiet. At any rate, guys, thank y'all for taking the time with me. I bless y'all and pray God's blessings on you all. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for tuning in. Keep tuning in. It's just going to get more gooderer and gooderer and gooderer. Right now I am pushing out scriptures, but we'll be doing some DIYs too, y'all. I got some things that I kind of want to share with you all, my creativity and my heart. But I love you guys again. Thank y'all for tuning in, and in loving y'all, is nothing y'all can do about it. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. So I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Be blessed.